भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's Bhakti Vedanta class. तिरुमला इस तरफ बैठिए आप, ठंड लगेगी नहीं? जगह नहीं। Okay, so we finished 23rd chapter and today we are going to start 24th chapter. Its title is The Philosophy of Sankhya, which is not a big chapter, having a less commentary and with more freedom, and we can finish very soon and very quickly. Just 1.5 hours we'll finish and we'll celebrate our holiday. Okay. Anyway, in the life, this is the last, I think, maybe, academic, maybe. Syambal Prabhu, it is the last for you. You will not go for any other course in academical. This is the last. At least for Syambal Prabhu, it is last. Dhritatma Prabhu, maybe in future. Oh, you are going for Pujari course. Tirumala, this last. Oh, he wants to go GBC college. Achha.
Established. All the theory in GBC college.
GBC college he wants to go. Nice. Great austerity, Prabhu. Really, I appreciate it.
It is not so easy. 3 years staying in one place and studying, you know.
It's really wonderful. It's really. This is a great batch. I really indebted for all of you. Yeah, she is my eternal student. Maybe in the Golok also she may come. Mataji, in Goloka there is no teaching. There is only glorification.
I will do along with all you, Prabhu.
Yes. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Atate Sampravakshami Sankyam Purvair Vinischitam Yad Vignaya Puman Sadyo Jahyad Vaikalpikam Brahmam. Lord Krishna said, now I shall describe to you the science of Sankhya, which has been perfectly established by ancient authorities. By understanding this science, a person can immediately give up the illusion of material duality. Chaturdase to Sankhya, what is that? Sankhyaina Mano Mohaha Nivaryate Atmanaha Sarvabhavanam Agama Paya Chintaya Swapada Dvandva Bhaktanam Adandatvaya Samyamam Chittasyuktva Punaha Krishnaha Sankhya Sankhya Tatkrute. So actually in this 24th chapter, so Manomoha, that means the illusion for mind will be seized by Sankhya. So and also Atmanah Sarvabhavanam Agamapaya Chintaya. So Swapada Dvandva Bhaktanam Adandvatvaya Samyamam. That means devotees who are in dualities, so to bring them to to bring them out from that duality. So samyamam chittasya uktva. That means, so that is possible by the controlling the mind. Then after that, so to control that mind, so sankhya is needed. This he is going to tell. So dualities, what is the target? To bring out one from the dualities to taking out from duality. Yeah, dualities. So for this, what is needed? Controlling of the mind. For controlling mind, what you need? You need Sankhya. Yes, in the 23rd chapter also what we are discussing in our diagram. In 22nd chapter, what we discussed? We discussed about the 22nd chapter. Different rituals, Vedic rituals. That is karma we discussed. This karmis section we discussed. But that means what should be done and what should not be done. Guna dosha. So what the different activities. So karmis generally they see guna dosha. So to progress they should see guna dosha. So by following the gunas, that means merit, that means good qualities. So there will be progress. So that's why that is explained. Next in the 23rd chapter, what is discussed? 22nd chapter is dealing about what? 22nd. That means it is telling about dharma, artha, kama. Dharma, artha, kama. Yes. Because this is the pravritti. Karma kandis, they will be interested in dharma, artha, kama. And 23rd is dealing about nivritti. Yes. Nivritti. So how to control the mind. So that is discussed in this using the Avanti Brahmana's story and his sing by his song. We understood that means how one can tolerate, that means who wants to seize himself and come out from this material life and who wants to progress in spirituality, he has to tolerate so many sufferings given by the foolish people, unintelligent people. So that we have seen. Now further we are continuing how to come out from the dualities. To come out from dualities, you need controlling of chittasa samyam. That means controlling of mind. To control mind, there is one more technique we are going to discuss. That is Sankhya. That means elements. By analyzing the 24 elements, one can get the detachment from this material world. So atate sampravakshami sankyam purvaihi vinischitam. What Krishna is saying, I am going to discuss Sankhya philosophy, which is already determined or decided by the previous people, previous sages. Purvaihi means Kapiladibihi. So Kapil Dev, vinischitam. Yad vignaya puman sadyah jahat vaikalpikam. By hearing Sankhya, what is the benefit? You'll be coming out from vaikalpikam. Vaikalpikam means dualities, material dualities. That means vaikalpikam means manyness, variegatedness. So like one gold is there, you can make the different ornaments, but customer just they see the beauty of that ornament, but the real, that means the goldsmith will see the gold behind that. So similarly, once if you come to know the Sankhya philosophy, then you will be see the everything as composed of three gunas. Okay, next to sloka. So that's why that is the target. Target is to swapada dvandva. So bhaktanam advandvatvaya. Next 22nd sloka. Asidgnanamato artha ekmeva vikalpitam yada viveka nipuna adau kruta yuge yuge. Originally during the Kruta Yuga, when all men were very expert in spiritual discrimination, and also previous to that, during the period of annihilation, the seer exists alone, non-different from the seen object. आसीत् ज्ञानम अथ अर्थ एकम अविकल्पितम यदा विवेक निपुण आदौ कृत युगे युगे. At the beginning there is only one was there originally during the Kruta Yuga, when all men were very expert in spiritual discrimination, and also previous to that during the period of annihilation the seer exists alone. Yeah, one varna. Atha Shabda Krasne, that means complete. Here the word Atha is having carrying the meaning of complete. Gnanam Drashta Tena Drishyaha Krishnaha Api Arthascha. Avikalpitam means Vikalpa Sunyam Ekam. So Brahmanyeva Lenam Asit Ityartaha. Asit Gnanam Athaha Artha Ekam Avikalpitam Yada Vivekanipuna Ado Kruta Yuge Yuge. Beginning there is only one. That means Gnanam Drashta Tena Drishyaha Krishnaha Api Artha Avikalpita means Vikalpa Sunyam Ekam Brahmanyeva Lenamasit Ityartha. At the beginning, so everything is one. Avikalpitam. So Kada Ayuge Yugebhyaha Purvam Pralaya Ityartha. Tatha Ado Yat Krutayugam Tasmincha Anyadapi Yada Vivekanipuna Yana Bhavanti Tadapi Teshacha Bheda Asprittehe. There is only one at the annihilation. At the annihilation there is one. At the beginning also there is one. From this only, na? So everything comes. That means at the beginning also one, and in between, this is beginning, this is ending, and in middle also. So then it should be one or not. At the beginning is one, ending is also one. That same one is there at the ending. Then in the middle also one, it should be one only, na? By logic. So that, but who will see in middle also it is one? Only Vivekinaha, intelligent people. But who are not intelligent, they will see as many. Ekam Urudha Bhavati. You are seeing many means you are not intelligent, because everything is one only actually. That means at the beginning, in the Karnano Sai Vishnu, even Prakriti, everything is in him only. All jivas, everything is in him. And he is not different from the Supreme Lord. So that's why at beginning there is only one. So that's why we are trying to make the foundation for the Sankhya philosophy. So yes, it is a fact actually. What is a fact? Yes, everything is one only. And now you are seeing this many is not really real. So how can you say? Because beginning is one, at the annihilation also it is one. So then in between also there is one only should be there. There should be only one. But you are seeing many means there's a problem of your your knowledge. The way of you are seeing is not correct. So that's why we have a backup how to see even in the middle one that we are going to discuss. तन्माया फलरूपेण केवलं निर्विकल्पितं वाङ्मनो गोचिरं सत्यं द्विधा समभवत् बृहत्. That one absolute truth remaining free from material dualities and inaccessible to ordinary speech and mind divided himself into two categories: the material nature and the living entities who are trying to enjoy the manifestation of the nature. That one absolute truth, what happened? Remaining free from material dualities and inaccessible to ordinary speech and mind divided himself into two categories. So tad bruhad brahma vang mano agocharam yatha bhavati tata. Vang mano agocharam yatha bhavati tata. Maya drishyam phalam tat prakashaha tad rupena Maya Velasa Rupena. So he is giving it. We cannot trust Babaji. Sorry, Sridhar Swami in this. Sometimes he makes something gadbad kar denge. Thoda sa jagruk रहना है. तदेव केवलम एकमपि बृहद ब्रह्म माया बहिरंगा क्या स्वशक्ति ही फलम फलभोक्तृ स्वीय चित्कण रूप तटस्थ शक्तिश्च तद्रूपेण द्विधम सम्यक् अभवत् विविधम अपि तद विषनिष्टि निर्विकल्पितं ब्रह्मतः निर्भेदः तस्य शक्तित्वात् वाङ्मनस्य वाङ्मनसयोः अगोचरं माया या अव्यक्त स्वरूपत्वात् जीवस्यापि सौक्ष्म्यात् सत्यं द्वयोरेव नित्यत्वात्. What is saying? Okay, at the beginning how many is there? Only one. But what happened? Beginning there is only one. This one is produced two. That is Maya. That is Prakriti. Next one is Jiva. But they are non-different from this. These two are non-different from this because Shakti. That's a KSV. This Karnano Sai Vishnu. And that from him only he is bringing out the Prakriti. That's Maya and Jiva. Jiva Shakti. These two are non-different from the, yes, the Shaktiman. Swiya Chitkana Rupa Tatastha Shaktistva. That one, this one is Vang Mano Agocharam. Yato Vacho Nivartante. Because you cannot describe this. This can be considered as Karnanosa Vishnu or otherwise Brahman. Even if you take anything, it cannot be described by this speech or mind or anything. Because Brahman cannot be described because it is not having any qualities. So it is a Nirvishesh Chinmatra Satta. So this cannot be described by any kind of speech or anything. mind, speech. It's not, it's beyond this. And Karnanamsa Vishnu also is beyond the mind, speech, because he is having the infinite number of qualities because of these two reasons. In the case of Brahman, because it is free from all the gunas, so then you cannot describe. That's why in that way it is beyond the mind and speech and so on. So if you take the Savishesha form, then that Savishesha having how many Visheshas, how many qualities? Infinite, unlimited. So that's why in that way also it is beyond the mind, senses and everything. It's not possible for describing all this. So that is the meaning of Vang Mano Agocharam Satyam. Next. Tayorekatarohyartaha prakriti sobhayatmika jnanam tvanyatayo bhavaha purushaso vidhiyate. Of these two categories of manifestation, one is material nature, which is embodied both the subtle cause and manifest products of matter. The other is the conscious living entity designated as the enjoyer. So yes, one is the enjoyer, phalabhokta, that is living entity, and another is material, that is prakriti, that is phalam. Like this we have two. Next, tamo rajas sattvamite prakrute rabhavan guna maya prokshabhyamanaya purushanumatena cha. When material nature was agitated by my glance, the three material modes, goodness, passion, ignorance, became manifest to fulfill the pending desires of the conditioned souls. So why this prakriti is getting agitation? Because Lord is glancing on that. Lord saw, then prakriti is understanding that. What prakriti is understanding when Lord glanced on her? When Lord glanced on her, so what she understood? जैसे पत्नी है, कोई पति पत्नी को देखते तो ही just by seeing itself they will understand. Yes or no, Prabhu?
100% true.
100% true, you see. So wife, that means there is no need to tell. Just if you see what you want, real wife, that means chaste and real powerful wives. So just by husband's glance itself, they will understand and they will do. There is no need to tell. Tiru? Because all the upcoming students who are here recording, they will know there is a Tirumala.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, in text 4, I have a small doubt to ask.
Yes.
Can you please clarify?
Yes, Prabhu, please.
The translation says, of these two categories of manifestation, that is Prakriti and Jiva,
yes,
one is material nature, which is Prakriti, which embodies both the subtle causes and manifest products of matter. Manifest products of matter, I can understand, which is transformed and appears into different way, that is coming from Bhumi Rapo Anulo and so on. What is the embodiment of the subtle causes?
Karya Karan Rupi, Prabhu, Ubhayatmika means Karya Karan Rupi. Mahat, Mahas to Ahankara, Ahankara to Panchatan Matras. So Mahat is the Karya Karanam for the, so Ahankara is the Karyam. Then this Ahankara is the Karanam for the Panchatan Matras. So cause and effect. Ubhayatmika, Maya is Ubhayatmika. Ubhayatmika means it is embodiment of causes and effects.
Okay, so in that sense, it is called as embodiment. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I understood now.
So subtle causes and manifest products means effects, cause and effect. Okay. कहाँ है हम लोग? So बोलिए ना. माइक इधर ही है आपके पास. माइक ये लो.
No, when the husband, he glanced and wife, she could understand.
Yes, she can understand or not. So here, why I give example? Because Lord and Maya. So it's like a husband and wife. So that's why I give. So, okay. So what Maya she understood when Lord glanced on her?
The
Huh?
desire of the Lord
What is the desire? What is the desire?
to manifest this material world.
No, no,
To fulfill the unfulfilled desire of the conditioned soul.
no,
That is-
Actually, to give the opportunity for the living entities to come back to Him.
no.
No, no, enjoyment of the Lord creation. He create and he want to enjoy that.
Mm. That means, you see, in the 10th canto we read or not. So that means always what we read there is Lord's Leela Shakti. That means Vrunda. That means Leela Shakti always is in just, she always pays her folded hands in front of the Lord, and she always try to understand the Lord's mood, and accordingly she arranged everything. For example, Lord wants to have the rasa with the Radharani. Then what she made? She immediately, that means, so produced pride in the other gopis. You remember? By seeing the pride in other gopis, immediately Radharani felt envious and immediately she became angry. She got angry and she left. Because Lord wants big lila. So this is the nature of the Maya. Even that is a Bahiranga Shakti or the Antaranga Shakti, all the time, what is their purpose? Serving the Lord, giving the enjoyment to the Lord. This is a funda. You should not forget about this. So even that is a Maya Shakti also does the same thing. Arey, Lord wants to deliver. Ye kya hai yaar? Lord, why Lord will want to deliver? He doesn't have such a business.
So
He
that
wants to
mean-
enjoy.
so
All
that-
the time
so
is
that
what?
means we can say that
Let's go.
Lord wants to play his sister Leela pastimes.
Lord wants to actually sleep. You see, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's sleeping lila he wants to do. That means, so we saw in that first canto, 3rd chapter, Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadibi. There, if you see the commentary, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing. So what he is writing? Why? That means when Lord glanced on the Maya, so what she understood? Oh, he wants to sleep in many places now. Let me create a nice bed for him to enjoyment. And that's why she created many, that means products from her, and those became as a Brahmandas, and then Lord entered. So my dear Lord, please come and sleep. That is her. That means all the Vishnu what wants to lie down. Shai. Shai means what? The one who sleeps is a Karnarnava Shai. Shai means, what is his Leela? Sleeping. Karnarnava Shai, Garbhodaka Shai, Kshirodaka Shai. Shai means the one who sleeps, lying down. He wants to sleep. So that's why she understood, oh, he wants to know a new place to sleep. Let me create. That's why she created the many Brahmandas. Okay.
And what about Kshirodak Sai Prabhuji?
Same.
He is standing. No.
No. Kshirodaka Sai is also nicely sleeping, and Lakshmi is massaging his lotus feet. Milk Ocean is sleeping. All are sleeping.
Okay.
Shai means sleeper Mataji. Karana Arnava. That means the ocean name is Karana, causal ocean. Karana means causal. That's a causal ocean. He's sleeping on the causal ocean. That's why his name is Karana Arnava Shai. And Garbhodaka, so Shai. Vishwanath, first can, 3rd chapter. Yeah. So first sloka, Prabhu. In that first 1, 2, 3, 4 slokas, you can see. Okay, this is a Srishti Lila, that is true. But what is that Srishti Lila? That's a sleeping. So for that, because Lord is doing everything, even Srishti also for only as a Leela. It's not that the delivering the Jivas is not at all a Lord's intention actually. This is not. If you say this, then whole philosophy is breaking. That is byproduct actually. Delivering of the Jivas will happen automatically as a side product of that. But main purpose is, he is Atmaram. He doesn't have any other business of delivering other than his self. He doesn't have any other business of delivering this, that. No. If he is having something to need to be done, then he cannot be a Atmaram.
We also heard, this from Sandarbha maybe. I remember that, it is also said that the purpose of creation is for the sake of his devotees, own devotees.
Yeah, that is also, that's enjoyment. That's
Yeah.
mainly Leela. So he wants to play with his devotees.
Yeah.
Not the delivering the Jivas. That is a side product. That's Anushangitaya. It happens.
Now we are talking about Sankhya philosophy.
Uh.
So you explained that the beginning there is only one and end there is only one.
Yes.
So in between he creates. So
In between also should be one.
Yeah, no, yeah, one.
But we are not seeing one, we are seeing many because of ignorance.
Whom that Sankhya philosophy is indicating, that form of the Lord or Brahman?
So actually, see, that is based upon your practice. You can see everything is coming from Brahman, or otherwise you can see everything is coming from the Savishesha form, that is Vishnu. It depends upon the your, if you go, philosophers also two types. So that means whoever is that means who believes that means Ishvara. So Saishvara believers, they will accept Vishnu, and Nirishvara, they don't accept Vishnu, they accept only Purusha. That means some Chetana Padartha. Purusha means just a Chetana Padartha.
So now we are understanding like a form of the Lord or a Brahman. Now whatever you are explaining.
Both is possible. Based upon the Upasaka, it depends. Sankhya is having two branches, two types. Nirishvara, Saishvara. Okay, anyway, come to Prabhu. मेरा हाथ दर्द हो रहा है क्यों? 5 हो गए ना? 5. Prabhu, 5 is over. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, Prakriti here refers to the subtle pradhana, which later becomes manifest as Mata. 5. Tamo rajas sattvamiti prakriti. 5 is over. When the material nature was agitated by my glance. Okay, yeah, 5 is over. Maya Kala. Just I am reading from the Jiva Goswami. Kala Akya Cheshtatmakena Mahasrastu Saha Sahaya Purusha Rupena Leela Sadaka Bhakta Jiva Vrundartha Kruta Pekshaya Paksho. तेभ्यः समभवत् सूत्रं महान् सूत्रेण संयुतः ततो विकुर्वतो जातो योऽहंकारो विमोहनः. From these modes arose the primeval sutra along with the Mahat Tattva. By the transformation of the Mahat Tattva was generated the false ego, the cause of the living entities' bewilderment. So Sutram, so Kriya Shaktiman Prathamah Vikaraha. Nano Prathama Vikaraha Gnana Shaktihi Mahan iti Prasiddham Tatraha Mahan Yaha Prasiddha Sahi Sutrena Samyuktaha Tatra Sutra Sahita Eva Saha Gneyaha Ityardha Vimohanaha Jivasya Brahmahetu. So first what is coming from the Pradhana? That means Prakriti first is there. So when Lord glances, it is ready to produce something. So then the thing which is now ready to produce its product is known as Pradhana. Then from that Pradhana, what is coming first? So Sutram is coming. Sutram along with the Mahat. Sutram Mahan. Sutrena Samyutaha. So Tebhyah Samabhavat Sutram. First what came? Sutram came. The first transformation of nature. So along with what? So Mahan Sutrena. Along with this sutra, what came? Mahat Tattva also came. You all know this. Previously, we have studied in the second canto. This. According to Srila Sridhar Swami, Sutra is the first transformation of the material nature, the manifest of potency of the activity, and is comprised of Mahat Tattva, which is endowed with the potency of knowledge. In the material world, one's real knowledge is covered by the fruitive activity and the mental speculation. As one's devotional service to the Lord slackens, these two tendencies grow automatically, just as the diminishing of light automatically brings an increase in the darkness. So because of this, what is that? What is he say? Is saying? So tatra sutra sahita eva sagneya ityardha vimohanah jivasya brahmahetuhu. So this Mahat is the cause for the Jiva's bewilderment. So how it is, we will be seeing. Vaikarikastaijasascha tamasaschetyaham trivrit tanmatrindriya manasam karanam chidachidanmaya. False ego, which is the cause of physical sensation, the senses and the mind, encompasses by both spirit and matter and manifest in three varieties, in the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Then from that Mahat, so what is coming? Ahankara. Ahankara trivrit vrittitrayavan tanmatrendriya manasam iti tanmatra indriya manasam iti kramena yatha sankham chidachit mayah iti. So swayam achinmayah api जीवोपादित्वेन तद ऐक्यात् चित् जडग्रन्थि रूपत्वात् chid achitmayah. Actually ahankara is what is coming from the sut mahat. It is having the three. So rajasika vaikarika ahankaram, taijasa ahankaram, tamas ahankaram. वैकारिक अहंकार किसके, तामस अहंकार किसके लिए कारण है? तामस अहंकार is a cause for tanmatras, panch tanmatras, and from there panch mahabhutas are coming. And the rajasic ahankar is cause for the indriyas, and the satvik ahankar is cause for the mind. Manasamiti kramena yatha sankam. So chidachitmayah. But this is said as this ahankara is chidachitmayah is said. Is chit and is also achit. How it is? Is comprised of chit and achit. But ahankara is achit only, na? Achit or chit? Achitmaya iti swayam achitmaya. But actually ahankara is achit only. Yes or no? From the Mahat, whatever is ahankara is coming, that is achit. But why here it is said chidachitmaya? Because swayam achinmaya api jivopadittvena tad aikyat chit jada grandhi rupatvat cha chidachitmayah. Why ahankara is considered as chidachitmayah? Dekhiye, if you take this is a red rope and this is a yellow rope and you make a knot, then this knot is red and yellow or not? This red rope, this yellow rope, and this knot will be red and yellow. Similarly, so ahankara what is doing? This is a soul, this is a material body, and this is a soul, and ahankara is tying these two. Ahankara is tying these two. Then it is chit and achit. Chidachit maya. It is tying both. Not means then it is comprised of both. So that's why it is chidachit maya. Being a knot, it is chidachit maya. But actually it is achit. Next. Arthastanmatika jagne tamasadindriyani cha Taijasa Daivata Asan Nekadasha cha Vaikrutat. From false ego, in the mode of ignorance, came the subtle physical perceptions from which the gross elements were generated. From false ego, in the mode of passion, came the senses. And from false ego, in the mode of goodness, arose the 11 demigods. So, what is coming from this false ego? First, false ego is three types: tamasa, rajasa, sattva. Sattvika. That means from the tamasic, first who is coming? Pancha tanmatras, jagnire. That means tanmatras, rupa, rasa, gandha, sparsha, shabda. So then from there who is coming? Gross elements are coming. Jagni. Tasya avarna swabhavatvat. Tamasasya karanasya karya nivasa karya nivasa rupatvat. Tasya nivasa tasya nivasa ityartha. What is that? Unchankata jile tyadina. Some grammar rule that is. So next what? From the Rasika Ankara, what are coming? 10 senses are coming, working on all senses. Tesham pravrutti swabhavatvat taijasatvam. Why? Because why they are coming from the Rasika Ankara? Because they are all having the activeness. See, why Panch Tanmatras and Panch Mahabhutas are coming from the Tamasika Ankara? What is the property of the Tamoguna? Covering. Jada. So these 5 gross elements are always cover. Inert. Jada. And senses are all are very active. So that's why they are coming from the Rajas. And next one, what is that? Sattva, Vaikarika. So from there, what is coming? Mind. Mind. So Tesham Pravrutti Swabha Taisatvam Vaikruta Satvika Devata Dig Vatadeha Cha Chakarat Manasasya Tesham Prakasha Swabhavatvat. So what the Sattva is doing? So Rajoguna covers, Tamaguna covers Rajoguna. So activates. Kriyasilata is the property. Activeness is the property of the Rajoguna, and Sattvaguna's property is Prakasha, illuminating. So that's why Devatas are coming, who illuminates these senses. Because of him only, Devata is sitting in the sense, that's why we are able to see that Jyoti. So in the Chakshu, what is there? Jyoti is there. So that Jyoti is the body of corresponding demigod. So ultimately you can understand. So these senses are able to see the objects, are able to perceive the objects. Senses are able to perceive the objects because there is Devata who are out of Sattvaguna. Sattvaguna gives the Prakasha. Otherwise you cannot see. Sense is there, but Devata's mercy is not there. No. You cannot see. So that's why if for one problem you should worship that particular Devata. Maya sanchodita bhava sarve samhatyakarinah andamutpadayamasur mamayatanumuttamam. Impelled by me, all these elements combine to function in an orderly fashion and together give birth to the universal egg, which is my excellent place of residence. He is also excited for that residence, new place. So that means all these 20, whatever the elements, 23 elements together, so combined and became a eggs. Thus, today what you saw from the that one, so he separated two energies from him only, that he separated two energies. One is the Prakriti, another is Jiva. That means this Jiva Shakti through glances is, and also Prakriti. But actually you see here Karnano Sai Vishnu, you don't think there is a space. You are thinking everything in the physical dimension. But physical dimensions, what you are seeing now, these are coming after once space is created. You're understanding? Huh? Understood? So Karnano Sai Vishnu is sleeping or on the causal ocean. So what is the size of the causal ocean, and what can you put these into the material dimensions? No, because still dimensions are not created. Dimensions, when it is possible, when there is space. If there is space, when it is created, when Lord is bringing out the Prakriti, then he is glancing, and then from these 23 elements are coming, and then that is becoming the Brahmanda, many Brahmandas. In that Brahmanda he enters, and then after that, so actually when these 23 elements and this Brahmanda is made, so then this Brahmanda is having the different layers, and also the Mahatsastru Padartha, that is 23 elements together, the Padartha. So when these 23 elements are created, then in that space also is there. Akashaha. Then you can expect. So that's why whatever you are seeing now in this world, so that space is after the glancing. But before the glancing, there is no space. There is no point of space. अरे भगवान का इधर से आया, उधर से आया, कहाँ से आया? तो space, space you cannot put that into your mental plane. That dimensions you cannot put into your mental plane. तो इसलिए ज्यादा सोचो मत इसके. So next, तस्मिन्नहं समभवम् अंडे सलिल संस्थितो. This one, na Prabhu? Oh, तस्मिन्नहं समभवम् अंडे सलिल संस्थितो ममनाभ्याम भूत्पद्मं विशाख्यं तत्र चात्मभूः. I myself appeared within that anda, which was floating on the causal water, and from my navel arose the universal lotus, the birthplace of self-born Brahma. You all know this. So srujat tapasa yukto rajasa madanugrahat lok sapala Lord Brahma, the soul of the universe, being endowed with the mode of passion, performed great austerities by my mercy, and thus created the three planetary divisions called Bhur, Bhuva, and Swar, along with their presiding deities. So that means just for quick reference, many Brahmandas are created. All those Brahmandas are I have lectures on second canto. Fully, a lot of discussion we did actually. A lot from the commentaries. If you have any, let me know. I will share this. Hare Krishna. उसी को फॉलो करके इस बार क्लासेस ओपन हुए. And so many andas are created from these 23 elements are coming. Those all together are mixed, and big andas that half filled. That means he is entering. Karnano Sai Vishnu. Inside Brahmanda, there is a total material is there, and this is linked with this novel, and then it is transformed into the into Virat, and in the top that is a flower is there. So Kamal, and there Brahmaji is coming, and this is divided into 14. यादा नहीं उधर बहुत अच्छा है. Anyway, Bhakti Vedanta is all know this. Next, देवानामेक आसीत् स्वर भूतानां च भुवः पदम् भूर्लोकः सिद्धानां त्रितया. Heaven was established as the residence of the demigods, Bhurloka as Lord of the ghosts. Strive liberated people, they go. So we have seen in the second chapter also in the Brahmanda. So whoever is doing the yoga, that means yoga system, following the first Virat Rupa, meditating, and then after that, so finally they are able to meditate on the the Antaryami of the Virat Purusha, or the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, or otherwise so Paramatma. So finally Jivatma is crossing all the layers of this Brahmanda and breaking, and through the Shat Chakra Yoga, so he is releasing his Atma. And Krama Mukti or Sadhya Mukti, both two Muktis are possible. So when he is coming out from the that means body through the Shat Chakra Yoga, this yogi, so what he will be doing? So he may get the some inquisitiveness, that means some kind of curiosity to see the pleasure. Then he'll be going to the different planets. So like this in this different planets, Krama Mukti, or otherwise he can directly go, and while going, so he's breaking all these layers and going. In the Krama Mukti also, he's leaving one after one body as one layer crosses. So after, if he cross, there are these 7 layers are there. So in this first, earth is coming. When he cross earth, so from his body, earth material will be out. Then after that, further there is no earth body, earth element in his body. Like that, when he crosses all these Mahat and Ahankara, so Ahankara is also out, and then pure Jivatma comes out, and it will go and merge into the Karnano Sai Vishnu. This is a discussion. Next, Bhurbhosvaha, 14 can be considered as 3 also. So Swar means, so you have to consider the Sarga Mahar Jana Tapo Satya, all. And the Bhurloka means only so Pitru Devatas, and Bhuloka means Prithvi, Atala, Vetala, Sutala, Talatala, Patala, Rasatal, all. Next, Adho Suranam Naganam. This one, na? 13. Adho Suranam Naganam Bhume Reko Srujat Prabhu Trilokyam Gataya Sarva Karmanam Trigunatmanam. So Lord Brahma created the region below the earth for the demons and the Naga snakes. In this way, the destinations of the 3 worlds were arranged as the corresponding reactions for different kinds of the work performed within the 3 modes of nature. You know, all these creatures are created in the 20th chapter of 3rd canto. Yes, how the different species are created. Yogasya tapasaschaiva nyasasya gatayo mala maharjanastapa satyam bhaktiyo samadgatihi. By mystic yoga, great austerities, and the renounced order of life, the pure destination of the Maharloka, Janaloka, and Tapoloka and Satyaloka are attained. So who are attaining this Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka? Recently we have seen in the brahmacharis go to which loka? Maharloka. Huh? Grosthas go to Maharloka. Gorlastas no go. They don't go any loka. Actually, they for karmakandi, purely karmakandi. But brahmachari, he's in the brahmacharya. Then he'll go to the Maharloka, and the Vanaprasthas, they go to the Janaloka, and Tapoloka sannyasis. Purport is mentioned. Acha, Srila Jiva Goswami explains the word tapasa in this verse refers to the austerities performed by brahmacharis and vanaprasthas. A brahmachari who practices celibacy perfectly in some particular stage of his life achieves maharloka. Yes, brahmacharya. Sahi bole hum to. So, and one who perfectly practices lifelong celibacy achieves janaloka. Naishtika. Upakurvana. Upakurvana means शादी करने वाला, वो नहीं. No, he will not go anywhere. Upakurvana no. So that means actually brahmachari without celibacy, brahmachari with celibacy. Lifelong celibacy if you took then. And if he celibacy also having the different, that means someone will do only 3 days, someone will do so till the passing of the exam, passing of Snataka, some will do lifelong. So if someone is able to do lifelong, then in between dropping and trying and doing, then he will go to the Maharloka. But if you completely huh? Before without mic, tell me, I want to hear. राम कथा कुछ 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 चीजों को समझना थोड़ा मुश्किल है, लेकिन समझना पड़ेगा. Okay, so yes, if that brahmachari able to be brahmacharya able to follow for lifelong, then he will go to the janaloka. Then by perfect execution of vanaprastha, one may achieve tapoloka. Yes, vanaprastha is tapoloka, and sannyasi will go to the satyaloka. 14th. So what he said, bhakti yoga se word why it came. So satyam bhakti yoga se if someone is doing the bhakti yoga, then their madgatihi, they will come to me, they will go to Krishna. कोई चार्ट नहीं चाहिए. Why Jiva Goswami gives so much? Trilokyamiti sardhakam pataladika bhurbuhasva cha iti karmanam garhastyam dharmanam tapaha vanaprastatvam karmanam. So grihasthas, they will go to Swarga. Wow. So they are also having the loka. They don't. If they do nicely, they prescribed, that means yajnas nicely, then they will go to Swarga. And then next brahmachari will go to the Maharloka. Dharmanam tapo vanaprastatvam. So vanaprasthis, they go to the tapoloka. But brahmacharis with full celibacy, then they will go to the janaloka. So tatra brahmacharyo upakurvanatva naishtikatva bhedena brahmacharya upakurvanatva naishtikatva bhedena kramat mahar janascha. Sahi hai. Upakurvana will go to the Maharloka and Naishtika will go to the Janaloka. So next, Vanaprasthatvena tapaha nyasena satyam. So yoga taratamyena tu sarvam iti gneyam madgattiriti taihi bhakti yoga prapyatvena vakshamanam tatra prajantim ityadi vakya sahayat loka prakara prakaranacha mane uktam chaturtiye devan prati brahmanaiva tat sankulam haripadan अतिमात्र दृष्टैः इत्यादि टीका च तावन् मंत्रेण दृष्टैः भक्ता विमानेन न तु कर्मादि. Okay. So by doing the bhakti, one will go to the supreme abode of the supreme personality of God. Maya kalatmana dhatra karma yuktamidam jagat guna pravaha etasmin unmajjati nimajjati. All results of fruitive work have been arranged within this world by me, the supreme creator acting as the force of time. Thus, one sometimes rises up toward the surface of this mighty river of the modes of nature, and sometimes again submerges. Yeah, it says, Maya kartra idam jagat karma yuktam karma falena yojitam. That means how Lord made this material world. If you do this activity, you'll get this result. This activity, this result. So like this, he has so cause and effect. This for this cause, this is the result. So this whole creation is done like this. So thus one sometimes rises upward the surface of this mighty river of the modes of nature, and sometimes again merges. So sometimes they will be in the goodness, and sometimes in the passion, and sometimes in the ignorance. Unnimajjati refers to the one's promotion to the higher planetary systems, as mentioned in the previous verse. And Nimajjati refers to being submerged in miserable condition of life by impious activities. In both cases, so here Unmajjati, Nimajjati means going, this is the Earth planet. So this is Earth, and they go, Unmajjati means upside, and Nimajjati means downside. By sinful activities, you go to down, and for the so good activities, will go up. Next. Anurbrihat krusha stolo yo yo bhava prasidyati sarvopyobhaya samyuktaha prakrutaya purushena cha. Whatever features visibly exist within this world, small or great, thin or stout, certainly contain both material nature and its enjoyer, the spirit soul. That means all these living entities is with the modes, with the jiva. कारणेन कार्यस्य व्याप्तिमाह अणुरिति भावः कार्यभूतः पदार्थः. गुणमया गतयस्तु चला एव इच्छिहि. Okay. So that means ants, even the elephants, all are comprised of Prakriti and Jiva. Prakrutaya Purushena cha. So gold and earth are originally existing as ingredients. From gold, one may fashion golden ornaments such as bracelets and earrings, and from earth, one may fashion clay pots and saucers. Acha, acha. यस्तु यस्यादिरन्तश्च सवै मध्यं च तस्य सन् विकारो व्यवहारार्थो यथा तैजस पार्थिवा. Gold and earth are originally existing as ingredients. From gold, one may fashion golden ornaments such as bracelets and earrings, and from earth, one may fashion clay pots and saucers. The original ingredients, gold and earth, exist before the products made from them, and when the products are eventually destroyed, the original ingredients, gold and earth, will remain. Thus, since ingredients are present in the beginning and at the end, they must also be present in the middle phase. So taking the form of a particular product of product to which we assign for convenience a particular name such as bracelet, earring, pot or saucer. We can therefore understood that since the ingredients cause exist before the creation of a product and after the product's destruction, the same ingredient cause must be present during the manifest phase. So supporting the product as the basis of its reality. This is funda. You all understood funda. Whoa. Same thing actually Vishwanath is explaining. This is initially what? Only one is there. And from that means like example is given from the gold. This is a gold stone. From that you made the many ornaments. Once destroyed that, then that is also become the gold. That means gold stone. So similarly, everything come from one into many forms, and then once again they will become one. So once they destroyed, so that means you should also understood that these are all. So is nothing but this, because this is only there at the ending. In middle also totally fit together is this only. The same thing is explained. Next, yadupadaya purvastu bhavo vikurute param adiranto yada yasya tat satyam abhidhiyate. A material object itself composed of an essential ingredients creates another material object through transformation. Thus, one created object becomes the cause and basis of another created object. So a particular thing may thus be called a real in that it possesses the basic nature of another object that constitutes its original and final state. किंच कार्यकारणयोः उभयोः सत्यत्वेपि मृत्तिका इत्येव सत्यम इति श्रुत्या यदुच्यते तत् सत्यशब्देन कारणमेव उच्यते इति. सो यदस्तु उपादेय पूर्वे भावः पूर्वं विकृते सृजति तत् सत्यम सत्यम संज्ञं कारणम् इत्यर्थः. यदा पिण्डः मृदम् उपादीयं स्वयं निवृत्तभूता घटं सृजति तन्मृदेव सत्यम. So some people say that so mud is there, from mud what is coming? Pot is coming. So what they think real? Mud is real they think, but actually mud is also is coming from some other thing. So that's why the material universe may be considered real, having nature as its original ingredient and its final state. Lord Vishnu is the resting place of nature, which becomes manifest by the power of the time. So thus nature, the Almighty Vishnu and the time are not different from me, the Supreme. So okay, a particular thing may thus be called real in the possessed basic nature of another. What he is saying here, Ghatam srujati tan mrudeva satyam kimcha yad yada यस्य आदिर अंतस्य भवति तदा तत् सत्यम अभिधीयते इति मृदम सत्यत्वं घटमपेक्षा कारणत्वम् इति मृदादीनाम अपेक्षकं सत्यत्वं प्रकृतेस्तु. सो परम कारणत्व लक्षणम आत्यंतिकं सत्यत्वमायातं तत्र कारणस्यैव कार्यरूपत्वेन प्रतिपादनाद् उभयोरपि कार्यकारणो हि वस्तुतः सत्यत्वेपि तत् सत्यम अभिधीयते इत्युक्ते हि कारणस्य सत्यमिति नाम eva bhagavata krutam ityavisiyate mrittika ityava. So it's a point is simple. So generally people what they think, there is a pot is there, so this pot is coming from the mud, and once if you break this pot it is also becoming the mud. So that's why they think that mud is real. So that means everything is coming from the prakriti. So that means many objects are there, these are all coming from the so prakriti, and once again all this destroyed and it is becoming. So Prakriti, they may think that Prakriti is only the ultimate real, but actually for this Prakriti also there is another ultimate cause. So that is so Lord. So he is the so ultimate, like that he is saying. So that we are seeing, you see. Prakritir yasyopadanam adara purusha paraha sato vivenjekah kalo brahma tatritayam tvaham. The material universe may be considered real. So that's it. Material universe can be considered as a real means Prakriti is giving the many products, and once again it is entering into the everything entering into the Prakriti. The material universe may be considered real, having nature as its original ingredients and final state. Lord Vishnu is the resting place of the nature. So who is the resting place for this Prakriti? That's Vishnu. So which becomes manifest by the power of the time. So thus nature, the Almighty Vishnu and time are not different from me, the supreme absolute truth. So then Krishna is saying that, but this Prakriti is also is resting on whom? On the Vishnu. Vishnu and is also having another form of Kala. Kala is also another form of Vishnu. And this Vishnu is non-different from Krishna. He is saying that. Ultimately, I am. Next, Sarga Pravartate Tavat Paurvya Paryena Nityashaha Mahan Guna Visargartaha Stityanto Yavadikshanam. As long as Supreme Personality of Godhead continues to glance upon nature, the material world continues to exist perpetually, manifesting through procreation, the great and variegated flow of universal creation. So Karnano Sai Vishnu, when he glances, open the eyes, so Prakriti is agitated and all the transformations will come. When he closes eyes, everything is wind up. One time of blinking Karnano Sai Vishnu is equal to the 100 years of Brahmaji. So that we have seen already in the 3rd canto, 11th chapter. So that is the point. He said next. Viran Viranmaya Satyamano Loka Kalpa Vikalpakaha Panchatvaya Visheshaya Kalpate Bhuvanai Saha. I am the basis of the universal form, which displays endless variety through the repeated creation, maintenance, and destruction of the planetary systems. Originally containing within itself all planets in their dormant state, my universal form manifests the varieties of created existence by arranging the coordinated combination of the 5 elements. According to Sridhar Swami, the word Maya refers to the Lord in his form of as eternal time. So I am the basis of the universal form, which displays endless variety of repeated creation, maintenance, and destruction of the planetary systems, originally containing within itself all planets in their dormant state. My universal form manifests the variety of created existence by arranging. This is actually, we already discussed. This is Mahasrashtru Padartha. Mahasrashtru Padartha. This is tied with the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu using this Nali, that's a stem. Then this is only the Virat Purusha actually. So this Mahasrashtra Padartha is comprised of all the planets in this. So as much as that means in the Garbhodaka Jala it is kept. So and it kept for some time. Like you see when sperm and womb, so both are mixed together. Then so slowly that is taking the different shape. That means eyes, nose, everything is coming. Similarly from this all these Virat Purusha and various planetary systems also manifesting, and once again that will become at the destruction time, whole destruction as Padartha. No, so this will be transformed on this stem. This will be developing as a Purusha. This, like you see, we have to understand lying down. That means, like you see, when woman releases the Om and when they have intercourse, man also releases sperm. Both are mixed or not? Mixed, and they will be touching and the Garbhasaya. Similarly, so he is a Garbhodakashayi. And this total material, that means when Karanarno Sai Vishnu is glancing, Jiva Shakti is also entering into this, into Prakriti, and 23 elements happened, and those 23 elements Padartha is this. Of course, this is also having the layer. 7 layers are there. And inside, like the yellow and white for the egg, is there or not? And after that, there is a shell is there. This 8, all the shell. And this yellow and white is this. And so what is happening? So this is connecting with the, like how the in the male and female intercourse, that total liquid is going and so slowly developing. Same way it is also developing in the form of person, Virat. अरे वो तो physically locate नहीं कर पाएंगे इतना. You understood? Huh? That connection is coming, na? From there only lotus also will come. This total material will be transforming into the Virat, and here flower is coming, and this is this person and stem, like that. देखना है आपको. You want to see? You cannot see this because at that time nobody can see. Nobody was there. Will be there. पंचत्वरूपाय विशेषाय विभागाय कल्पते योग्यो भवति पंचानां भूतानां ऐक्य रूपः तेषाम्. Okay, next final. अन्ने प्रलीयते मर्त्यम् अन्नं धाना सुलीयते धाना भूमौ प्रलीयन्ते भूमिर्गन्धे प्रलीयते अप्सु प्रलीयते गन्धा आपश्च स्वगुणे रसे लीयते ज्योतिषी रसो ज्योतिरूपे प्रलीयते रूपं वायौ स च स्पर्शे लीयते सोऽपि चाम्बरे अम्बरं शब्द तन्मात्र इन्द्रियाणि स्वयोनिषु योनि वैकारिके सौम्य लीयते मनसीश्वरे शब्दो भूतादिमाप्येति भूतादिर्महति प्रभुः सलीयते महान् स्वेषु गुणेषु गुणवत्तमः ते व्यक्ते संप्रलीयन्ते तत्काले लीयते व्यये कालो मायामये जीवे जीव आत्मनि मय्यजे आत्म केवल आत्मस्थो विकल्पापाय लक्षणः विकल्पापाय लक्षणः. Okay, at the time of annihilation, so that's why when he closes his eyes, everything is finished. Everything annihilation will happen. How the annihilation is happening is being explained here. At the time of annihilation, the mortal body of the living beings becomes merged into food because it came from food. Food merges into grains and grains merge back into earth. Earth merges into the subtle sensation. So fragrance merges into water and water further merges into its own quality taste. The taste merges into fire, which merges into form. Form merges into touch and touch merges into ether. Ether finally merges into presiding into the sensation of sound. The senses all merge into their own origin, the presiding demigods, and they, O gentle Uddhava, merge into the controlling mind, which itself merges into false ego in the mode of goodness. Sound becomes one with false ego in the mode of ignorance, and all powerful false ego, the first of all physical elements, merges into the total nature, the total material nature, the primary respiratory of the three basic modes, dissolves into the modes of nature, then merge into the unmanifested form of the nature, and that unmanifested form merges into the time, and time merges into the Supreme Lord, present in the form of the omniscient Mahapurusha, the original activator of all living beings. That origin of all life merges into me, the unborn Supreme Soul who remains alone, established within himself. It is from him that all creation and annihilation are manifested. This is all clear? Yes? That's going back. So, gross, that's Pancha Mahabhutas go and merge into the Tanmatras go and merge into the Ahankara merge into the Mahat merge into the Pradhana merges into the Prakriti merge into the Kala merges into the Lord. And Lord will not merge into any. Last. एवमन्वीक्षमाणस्य कथं वैकल्पिको भ्रमः मनसो हृदि तिष्ठेता व्योम्निवार्कोदये तमः. Just as the rising sun removes the darkness of the sky, similarly the scientific knowledge of cosmic annihilation removes all illusory duality from the mind of a serious student. Even if illusion somehow enters his heart, it cannot remain there. Okay, illusion is gone. Gone or not? No? Nothing, yeah. Why so attached? Everything is made up of these 24 elements, 23 elements. Why you have so much illusion? Mind, intelligence, everything is made up of this only. So जो दिल बोलते हैं आप, that is also made up of matter. That's why everything is nothing. Everything is nothing. Only Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad. Chakravarti. Anvikshamanasya vicharatah vaikalpika. So like this, whoever is seeing the truth, everything came from the Prakriti and going back into the Prakriti. All this building, this, that, rich, money, body. Based upon your karma, some portion of these 23 elements are given to you. Once that based upon the karma, next time you will be given to you some portion. And you'll be seeing that I am so intelligent, I am so powerful, I am so strong. This, yes, these are all. Esha Sankhya Vidhi Proktaha Samshaya Granthi Bedhinah Pratilomabhyam Paravaradrushamaya. Thus, the perfect seer of everything material and spiritual, has spoken this knowledge of Sankhya, which destroys the illusion of doubt by scientific analysis of creation and annihilation. So this is a perfect analyzation of this entire creation. Nowadays, this periodic table, this table, that table is not perfect classification, is an analyzation, because there is no point of the mind, intelligence, these are all not considered there. So that's why the best explanation for this creation is Sankhya philosophy. Lord Krishna has explained that material mind accepts and rejects many different concepts of life, generating innumerable false arguments about the actual process of perfection. But a person who takes shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead can see everything with clear intelligence. One who understands how the Supreme Lord creates and annihilates can be liberated from material bondage and devote himself to the eternal service to the Supreme Lord. If you understand this, then you will be fully devoting yourself to the Lord. Thus end the purpose of the humble servants of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 11th canto 20th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Philosophy of Sankhya. Thank you very much for all the Vaishnavas. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, Prabhu.